Hello, YouTube family, Facebook. This is Dr. Leon McCrae, driving back from Northern Virginia to Woodstock, Virginia. But I want to talk to you a little bit about real estate. In particular, I want to talk to you about some, we're going into, just finished up Thanksgiving, going into the Christmas holiday season. And with the coronavirus and everything that's going on, we need something to laugh about. When I was driving back, I thought about, some of the horror stories. You think they're horror stories, but they're really not. In the moment, they're horror stories, but when you look back on them, there's some really funny stories that you can talk about and reflect on, particularly in the area of real estate, and more specifically as a landlord. And I want to share with you, some of the pitfalls and some of the challenges that you deal with in landlording when you own property. And I don't have a lot of specifics, but as things come to mind, I probably want to share a couple things with you. But this one particular family wanted to rent one of my apartments, and it's a 5-unit apartment building, and this particular apartment was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And this young lady came to me wanting to rent. She had been dealing with some challenges, but she was working full time, and she had a few kids, and she had a boyfriend that was helping out with the rent and so forth. And so I gave them an opportunity to rent the place. And one of the things that she said that she had, and I knew it was a red flag, because right at the time that she was about to move in, actually right as she was moving in, she said that, well, I need to tell you that I have a pet. And at the time, I wasn't allowing pets. And she said that, well, my daughter has an emotional issue that she deals with, and we have a doctor's note, and she has to have this pet by order of the doctor. And this is something that she did not tell me prior to signing the lease. That was a big red flag, because normally I charge an additional $200 non-refundable pet fee, and sometimes an additional $25 a month for a pet. But here it is, I pulled it off the market. I'm renting to this family, and I go ahead and suck it up and say, okay. I looked at the documents. They looked somewhat flimsy, but I said it was a little small dog, and I thought it would be okay. So here I am, I'm renting to them. And it wasn't long after that there was a plumbing issue in the apartment. And a lot of times even though I don't do the repairs myself, a lot of times I will go with the repair person and observe the repair or see if I can help out with anything. But a lot of times I want to see the shape of the apartment and see how everything is going. And I did this particular time. And I noticed when we knocked on the door, it must have took 10 minutes, that they would say, oh, just a minute. And it would be like 10 minutes before they'd open the door. I said, this is strange. Normally, something is really going on when this is happening. And so I looked around, and everything looked kosher, looked like it's no problem. But then I also noticed that I couldn't look in one of the bedrooms. And, and it's, okay, my daughter's dressing, so don't go in there, okay? So I said, if there's any issue, that's where the problem is at, okay? And so I dealt with that. The apartment didn't smell bad or anything like that. It would look pretty decent. And a month or so later, there's an issue, a minor issue, but again I go over, and same thing. It took about 10 minutes. Seemed like 10 minutes, might have been 5, but anyway, it was a long time for the door to be answered. So I finally get in there, and I'm working in the bathroom, but on the other side of the bathroom is one of the bedrooms, and the access panel is in the bedroom. And so while the plumber is in the bathroom dealing with that, I go into the bedroom and where the access panel is at. And so I'm looking around and I'm saying, something is going on here. And so I just kind of felt led to look under the bed. And under the bed, there is now I understand you got the one dog, okay, the little small dog. And I don't allow cats in the apartment for any reason. I just have had problems with cats. Cat piss. I don't allow cats, period. And under the bed was a litter box. And I'm like, rather than go off, I just pulled it out ever so gently and I took a picture of the litter box. And I'm trying to work my strategy as to what to say to this tenant, okay? And I made sure that the job wasn't totally fixed and I had to go back to the job later on. I think the next day, or next couple of days, I had to buy a part. It was fixed, but still I wanted to, get everything straight. And so I come back to deal with it, and again, takes 5-10 minutes for them to open the door. All right. But I know the situation now. And so my technician goes into the bathroom, I go into the other room, and again, I look under the bed, the litter box is there, and I take another picture. All right. And so this time I wait until after we leave the house, and then I give him a call, and I said to the young lady, I said, do you have any other pets in the house? And she said, no, I don't have any other pets. I just got a dog. And, it's a dog that needs help, and I got a letter, and they should stop being very aggressive. You can do about it. Law's your law. Why are you speaking to me so roughly here? I'm questioning, why does it take so long to answer the door? Seems like you're hiding something. And finally I said, there's a litter box under the bed. I didn't say that. I said, it seems like something is going on. I didn't tell her about the litter box. And so finally, she just got sometimes they just go from 0 to 100 in no time at all. And so finally I just said, you know what, I'm not going to put up with this. I am just going to file an eviction notice. And so I did all the paperwork to file for eviction based on violation of my lease. And so we wound up in court. Well, I'll just see you in court. I'll see you in court is what she said. I got my letter. I know my rights. I'll just see you in court. So I get to court, and she tells the judge what the situation. The judge wants to know, have you paid the rent? Yes, I paid the rent. And I said, Judge, it's not an issue of paying the rent. I said, she's violating my lease in that she's allowing pets to be on the premises that are not authorized. And I said, she has a letter that I believe is bogus anyway. It's not her. She says her daughter, but the daughter has never been to the doctor is an out-of-town doctor in New York, and she's saying it was by video chat, and the daughter never has been really has seen it. So I said something is going on here, and so we dealt with that. And the judge said, "Well, I'll take it under advisement." And I said, "In addition, sir, Your Honor," I said, "she has a cat, and I know that there's no authorization for a cat to be on the premises." "I don't have a cat," she says. "I don't have a cat." And I let her go ahead on and say that a couple times on the oath. And then I said, "Your Honor, she says she doesn't have a cat. But what I would like to present to you, I want to ask her a couple questions." I said, "What for someone like yourself? Your daughter has some medical issues. She has some social issues. Would there be any reason that you would need a litter box in the apartment that actually has dog feces or feces in the litter box?" "No." "Are you sure?" "No." And says, "Your Honor, can I present to you item number one, taking this date, and here's a litter box, and here's me, here's the bed, her daughter's bed, and obviously I'm pulling it out from under the bed, and there's a picture of the litter box. And here's another picture on another date. I'm pulling out the same litter box, and you can see what's in the litter box. There's cat feces in the litter box." And she has this dumb look on her face, and she knows that she's lying and she's caught red-handed. And the judge looks at her, kind of shakes his head, and said, "This letter authorizing the dog looks to be bogus to me, plus the fact that you have a cat. I'm going to authorize this eviction, and you have to go." But and I said it was funny at the time. It wasn't funny, but the things that people try to get away with, and they think you are stupid, evidently, and that I guess because you're not out walking the dog, you'll never find out that there's a cat in the apartment, because I never let you in. You can't come into my apartment unless I allow you to come in, and yada, yada, yada. Well, hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do and take the precautions. So protect your interests, protect your property, and do what you have to do as a landlord to protect your investment. That's your investment. And don't let nobody get over on you. Well, I said I was going to talk about some other things, but I think I've been on the horn long enough. Again, this is Dr. Leon McCray with the Lighthouse, talking to you about real estate and some funny issues dealing with landlords. You take care. God bless you. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me at leonmcraymccray.com. God bless you. Bye-bye.